everybody! Today we are talking about the 6th film in the Walt Disney Animated Studios canon, their official canon films, and we are going to be entering the package film era is what it's called. And these are films during World War II that they made when they really didn't have very many employees, they didn't have very many resources, and so they basically just took up old projects and they kind of combined them together and made whatever film they could. So they're not the strongest of films, but they're not unwatchable, I don't think. And so this is a really interesting one. There's 2 films, Saludos, Amigos and Three Caballeros, that are going to be this week and next week. And both of these films were made because of a grant that was given to the Disney company from the State Department. I tell you, there could be a really interesting movie made about all of this. Because the State Department was very concerned about Latin American countries with Nazi ties during this time, and they were wanting to show some kind of goodwill initiative towards these countries, because the idea of some of these countries had a lot of European influence in them. You know, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela had a lot of German residents, had a lot of influence in those countries. And so they wanted to do something that would create goodwill. So they turned to Disney, and think about it, this is only Disney's 6th film, and that's pretty impressive. And they said, we will give you this grant to make these films, and basically your job is to profile Latin America. So they made Saludos, Amigos, and they made The Three Caballeros. And Saludos, Amigos was released in 1942, and the crazy thing is that it totally worked. These had incredible responses. People loved them in Latin America. So it was a big success, and they didn't have any of those countries go over to the Nazis, at least officially. And so, yeah, it worked. And so I think that's really interesting. I think that's the most interesting thing by far about these 2 movies. Saludos, Amigos was released in 1942, and it is a combined live action / these package film little shorts. And it's only 42 minutes. It's not really a movie. Saludos, Amigos feels a lot like an episode of Sesame Street that was like focused on, you know, on Sesame Street they have like this episode is brought to you by the letter T. This would be like, this episode is brought to you by Latin America. And because they have like little educational snippets about the markets and about the mountains and the whatever, just different things about the different cultures that they are talking about. And you actually see live action videography of people dancing and of just of the markets and all of this different stuff. Intermixed are these 4 shorts that they have. Short is called Lake Titicaca, and is of course set in the lake, and it's kind of a classic 1940s Disney short. It's got Donald, and he is exploring Peru, I think. Lake Titicaca is Peru. He's exploring the lake, exploring the mountains, and he has all of these funny things happen, and there's the narration that you typically get with like the Goofy shorts, explaining, you know, the risks of being at such high elevation. And of course, as soon as he says like, many people at this elevation get dizziness, then you see Donald get dizzy. So that's kind of the shtick of the short. And it's cute, it's fun. The next short is called Pedro, and it is out of Chile, and it is about a little plane named Pedro, whose mama plane and daddy plane aren't able to deliver the mail in between, I think, Argentina and Chile. And so little Pedro goes out and faces all the bad weather and everything like that, and he delivers the mail. So it's cute. It's just cute short. Next one is called El Gaucho Goofy, and this basically takes Goofy, and it's very similar to the Donald short with the narration. It takes Goofy into an El Gaucho a cowboy, and there's all these silly antics, you know, and they go through like the making of the different saddles and the way that the horse is ridden, and of course Goofy makes it very silly and funny. And last one is called Aquarela de Brazil, and so this is set in Rio. The theme of this is the samba, and this is really cool. This is probably my favorite of the shorts, because you see this brush that's painting this watercolors, and the things that it's painting morph from bananas into birds, from a tree into a bird. And so that's really beautiful, the animation. You also get to meet Jose Caraca, who would be featured in The Three Caballeros and Melody Time. You'll see him a couple more times. And he was a very popular character in Latin America, still is to this day, is a popular character in Latin America. And one thing I like about Jose is they actually used a Latin American voice actor named Jose Oliveira. Now they totally would use a American voice actor, which is kind of lame. But he's sort of a fun character, and you get the samba, and you get to see all the pictures, all the video of people dancing and stuff, and it's kind of fun to see. You get to see the different animators. The 9 old men are there. You see Walt Disney there on this Goodwill ambassador. So it's sort of fun as a Disney fan to see some of these people like Joe Grant and stuff. Those ones, it's sort of hard to judge because it's not terrible. It's not like I'm sitting there like, oh, but it's not really good. I mean, they made much better shorts. There's better Donald shorts. There's better Goofy shorts. Pedro isn't that great. And I don't know, it just feels like an episode of Sesame Street. That's what it feels like. And so, but the backstory is really interesting, and I don't know, it's as a curiosity factor, I'd say watch it. I'm a little lower on this, I have to admit, than the first time I saw it, and I watched it twice this week just to make sure. I give it a C-. I just don't think it's anything that special. So I can't give it an average grade because I think it's a little bit below average. And it's only 42 minutes. So I'm going to give it a C-, but it's not terrible. It's worth checking out if you are a Disney fan. So there you go. Let me know what you think if you get to see Saludos Amigos. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!